Hi, my name is Damien Goddard, and I'm a spokesman for the Marriage Anti-Defamation Alliance. Firefighters put themselves in harm's way to help save property and lives, a job that requires grace, grit, and teamwork. We sat down with Sarah, a firefighter from Duluth, Minnesota, whose faith was unnecessarily pitted against her union simply because she believes that marriage is between one man and one woman. Here's Sarah's story.
There seems to be this feeling out there that if you disagree with the gay marriage movement, that you're not nice, you're mean-spirited, you're bigoted, when I just want to practice my faith. The neighborhood that I work in is pretty busy as far as fires go, citywide. Some people in my union want the marriage in the civil codes to be redefined. The motion that was brought to the floor was supporting the effort to go against the marriage amendment that's going to be on the ballot. I think it's in the best interest of the state to keep it between a man and a woman, and best thing for a family. I didn't think it was appropriate for them to vote on the marriage amendment at all. I don't have a problem with my union negotiating contracts or collective bargaining. All that is great. They do a good job with that, but it's that particular vote which was my sticking point, and I just can't go along with their stand on that, so I have to speak up, take a stand on it. It was made known that faith shouldn't be a part of the discussion in the union meeting. It maybe made it more difficult for people to actually voice their actual opinion on it. You know, just before the vote, I didn't feel like I was very welcome there at the time. I told them that by bringing up that vote, it's kind of pitting my union against my faith and my church. If I remember right, the vote was 31-10 in favor of our union supporting going against the marriage amendment. If you disagree with the gay marriage movement, you're not nice, you're mean-spirited, you're bigoted. I just want to practice my faith and be allowed to practice my faith. I think people are nervous to speak up, you know, because of this loud minority that is out there. After the vote, the paper did a story on a protest of the marriage amendment. And one of my union members was interviewed for that story, and he brought up the contention of the vote. So then I felt I needed to respond to that and kind of give my side of the story and why there was contention. And not everybody in my union is happy about this even being brought up at the union meeting. I wrote in my thoughts on that. I go back in some of the history on my faith and look at some of the things that have happened to people of my faith that have actually decided to speak up. Some of the people of faith just had to stand up and say, no, this is what we believe, and we have a right to practice our faith in our schools, in our churches, in our hospitals. Those people are kind of my heroes, and I look up to them because they had enough guts to speak up when they knew something was wrong.
In a July 5th letter to the editor of her local Duluth News-Tribune, Sarah closed with the powerful statement, quote, "As a local 101 member and Duluth firefighter, I'll vote with my conscience and vote yes on the marriage amendment," end quote. To be sure, in today's workplace, one can be made to feel like a bigot simply for standing up for traditional marriage. However, that didn't stop Sarah from doing what both her conscience and morals demanded. How can you support Sarah's values and Sarah's rights? Well, you can start by going to www.marriageada.org and thanking a hero like Sarah. And if God has given you the means to go that extra mile to help Sarah and the many more who are under attack, please prayerfully consider making a financial contribution to the Marriage Anti-Defamation Alliance. It's as easy as clicking on the donate button on marriageada.org. And please, if you or someone you know is facing threats to their person, property, or livelihood because they speak up for marriage or defend religious liberty, report it by visiting us at marriageada.org and clicking on the Share Your Story button. Take a stand. Let your voice be heard. Fight for marriage.